There you go. Hi, everybody. It's Ms.Salazar, and welcome to Grammar. So, for today, we're just going to review singular and plural nouns. And let's see what we have here. Okay, so we're going to review plural nouns. And as you know, to make a noun a plural, you can add s and you can also add es. So if you're going to add s, it's simple. For example, the word dog is singular, and if you're going to add s, you're going to make it plural, dogs. So number one, it says the dogs were running faster than the wind. Dogs ends in s, so it's plural. Number two, the girls had a great time at the mall. Girl would be singular, but if you add an S, it makes it plural. Number three, Ali had her shoes fixed by the shoemaker. A shoemaker is a person that fixes shoes and a person that makes shoes. And that word in Spanish is called zapatero. So a shoemaker is un zapatero. Ali had her shoes fixed by the shoemaker. The word shoe is singular, but if you add the S, it makes it plural. And you can also add es to a noun that ends with an s, an x, a ch, or an sh. For example, number one, the classes are next week. So the word class, you see that it's in red, it ends with s. So to make it plural, I add es. Number two, the boxes came with pink tape. So the word box ends with an X, you see, that's why it's in red. And to make it plural, you add ES, the boxes. Number three, the neighborhood has lots of churches nearby. So the word churches ends with church first. Church ends with ch, that's why it's in red. And then to make it plural, you add es, churches. And then number four, someone has to clean the dirty dishes. So the word dish ends with an sh, that's why it's in red. You see? sh, and to make it plural, you add es. Dishes, churches, boxes, classes. Okay, so if you see a word that ends with an s, an x, a ch, or an sh, and you want to make it plural, all you have to do is add es. Let's check the next slide. Okay, so review collective nouns. So collective nouns, they are a group of things or people. And here you have some examples of collective nouns for people, animals, and things. So collective nouns for people could be class, family, group, choir, board, team, crowd, jury, and there's a bunch others. There's a lot of different types of collective nouns for people. And these are just the common ones. And you also have collective nouns for animals like flock, herd, pod, hive, pack, and colony. And you have collective nouns for things like objects bunch, collection, set, and pack. Let's check the next slide. There you go. Now, collective nouns are not the same as plural nouns, and they can be a little bit confusing. Collective nouns are just groups that have more than one member. For example, here we have a choir, and here we have some people, right? So a choir is a group of people singing, but people is not a group. People does not belong to a group. So that's why collective nouns are not the same as plural nouns. So remember, a collective noun is a group of people, a group of animals, or a group of things, and they're doing something together. In this case, the choir is a group of people that are singing. You see, all the kids, they are singing. But the people here, if you look at this picture, the people, this is plural. People is a plural noun, and they're not, they don't belong to a group. So that is the difference. So collective nouns are not the same as plural nouns. Remember, collective nouns, they belong to a group. Okay, they belong to a group, so they're doing something together. A choir is a group of people singing, but people is not a group. Okay, let's see, let's check the next slide. There you go, irregular plural nouns. Now, this is based on the last class. Remember that we talked about irregular plural nouns? Irregular plural nouns are plural nouns that are written differently. So, if a word ends in F, like the word elf, you take out the F and you add VES. So, from elf, You change it to elves. And here you have the three examples. You remember that? Number one, the kitchen has blank. The kitchen has shelves. If you want to make it plural, you have the F. You take that out and you add VES. So this is the answer, shelves. Number two, the blank ate the rabbit. The wolves ate the rabbit. VES. Number three, farmers were able to bring the blank to safety. Farmers were able to bring the calves to safety. VES. And here's other examples of irregular plural nouns. Now, sometimes you have a plural noun that looks very different from its singular form. For example, tooth, which is singular, and teeth, which is plural. So, number one, child is singular, children is plural, man is singular, men is plural, woman is singular, woman is plural. And the pronunciation, the way you say it, sounds exactly the same, but it's written differently. So they're going to be different. The word woman that has the A is going to be singular, and same thing happens with man. It has an A, it's going to be singular. And the word men and woman have the E, and it's going to be plural. Number four, people, that's plural. Person, that's singular. Mouse, that's singular. And mice, that's plural. You see? So we have different types of irregular nouns. Now, this is your assessment. This is page 39 and page 44. This is just reviewing singular and plural nouns, adding S, adding ES, um, identifying the collective nouns. And remember, a collective noun is a group of people, animals, or things. It's a group. They are in a group, they're doing something together. Think of the example choir. In the choir, the people are singing. You see? And collective nouns are not the same as plural nouns, okay? So collective nouns are not plural nouns. They're something different entirely. And parents, send the assessments to LMS and PDF. You will have the answers to your assessment as well to the assessments that you've been doing so far. I'm going to do a video about all of that and I'm going to explain everything. And that video will be available later today, okay? Bye, everybody.